Happy Monday, Paul Talkers. I am sniffling and I've got red eyes and I'm a little tired, so I think the allergy season is here. Hashtag allergy problems. Earlier today, I saw one of my favorite Twitter accounts, that of Ijeoma Oluo, I hope that's how she pronounces her name, tweet about the ableist nature of the insults stupid and concurrently dumb. One of my Twitter followers, I think maybe Scozio, suggested that I do an Ableism 101 vlog at some point. I am not qualified to do that because I am, as my friend Jessica calls me, an ableoid. But I can tell you about some of the questions that I have and some of the things that I try to avoid doing. Most of us are familiar with how the R word is used to refer to people of different mental capacities in an offensive slur fashion. Many of us do not realize that the history of other words like idiot, stupid, dumb go along with that. But even if they weren't, why do we use them? Should we use them? I don't think that we should. For most of my youth as a bullied kid who was a nerd, who was picked on for, from my perspective, being smarter than other people, I found it a very satisfying insult to be able to call one of my bullies, or the type of people who would be my bullies, one of those insults that attacks their intelligence. Just as Ijeoma says, that sort of insult calls you broken. That sort of slur, basically, tells you that you need to be fixed in order to have a brain that is as good as other people's brains. And that's bullshit. There's nothing about the sort of brain that stores longer words, or can pass standardized tests more easily, or can invent the iPhone, that makes that brain somehow nobler than the brain that cannot do that easily. It really just means they're different. And the comparative value of intelligence to things like kindness, compassion, empathy, there's also an element of classism involved. There are people who just can't afford to have the same sort of educations that others of us can. It's not their fault. And the fact is, even though I've always thought of myself as the smart kid in the class, I've been called an idiot. I've been called other insults attacking my intelligence. And those are the ones that hurt the most. They stuck with me. They compromised my sense of self and worth. And if anything, if I and other people consider ourselves to be smarter than average, then shouldn't we be using those tools of ours to make society better for all of us, including the ones who may not be? We should take a look at those insults for the ableist insults that they are, and maybe remove them from our vocabulary. Hopefully, if you're one of my regular viewers, you've already removed the R word and the L word from your vocabulary, but just also maybe think about removing some of these other intelligence-insulting, ableist insults from your vocabulary as well. Just a thought. Think about what good it does to call somebody one of those insults. I hope you'll find that it doesn't really do any good at all. That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below, or tell me anything that matters to you, because I want to know what matters to you. And if you like watching this face talking about these things, please subscribe if you've not already subscribed. I think I need to get inside before it starts raining. As always, thanks for watching. Tomorrow will be even better.